definitely not a Jew on the Adam Carolla Show. Dateline, St. Petersburg, Florida. A 22-year-old woman was arrested for criminal mischief after fighting an employee and smashing a phone when she was upset about her delivery being cold. The delivery was from Domino's Pizza! Definitely not a Jew!
Rudy Pavich is in. He's got dates, but he's also got the news. So what do you got there, Rudy?
Yeah, well, Hugh Hefner's son wants to buy Playboy again for $100 million. Cooper Hefner and a group of investors submitted an offer to Playboy Group that would see the brand once again family-owned more than 7 decades after it was founded by his late father. As part of the proposed deal, Hefner and his investment firm would buy back the Playboy brand and run the intellectual property. Playboy Group, whose stock was as high as $50 a share in the spring of 2021, was trading at less than $1 a share on Monday.
Why was it that high in 2021?
I believe that they had made some big moves when it came to trying to move to like a digital platform. And then it just didn't take off.
I see.
Because of Pornhub and XNXX.com and all the other websites that were. So that was kind of the big deal was, Playboy kind of got moved out of the limelight because of all the other outlets that are out there. But what's weird is in the article that I was reading, they said that Playboy is valued at $50 million, but he makes a $100 million offer for it. Why would you, I'm not a financier.
Me neither.
I feel like just in the air freshener, the van air fresheners alone have got to be worth $20 million bucks worth of intellectual property. Like you want to cruise in a van.
Oh, right.
It's not
Remember
doable
those?
without a Playboy.
Yeah.
Unclear, by the way, what the Playboy scent is. Could be a lot of different things. It's kind of like when Gwyneth Paltrow comes out with a candle. It's like, what are we smelling here?
Yeah,
exactly.
Bill Cosby's bowls from back in the day.
Oh my God. I always laugh because at a certain point, Hugh's 80 years old and he's banging around with the 22-year-old runaway chicks from Muncie, Indiana, who are the hottest chicks in their town. And he's got to say to them, like at some point, like, good news, girls. Guess who's coming over for movie night? Don Adams. And they're like, who? Get smart. Hello. Yeah. We don't know what any of this is.
Yeah.
Like, because he would play cards and do like movie night with these old comedians that the young chicks never fucking heard of in a million years. And then there was talk about him being bi or gay or whatever.
Oh, really? I didn't hear that.
Yeah, that was a thing. And he even did interviews and stuff where he was just like, yeah, once in a while.
Really?
Yeah.
No kidding.
I don't get it. Do we trust I don't know. Okay, maybe there's some overcompensation going on with him in the chick department. I guess what I'm saying is like if somebody goes, yeah, you walk in and like you go, oh, whatever's in the nightstand, and you open the nightstand and you see a syringe with heroin in it, right? And you go, you shoot heroin? And they go, wow, barely. Like once in a while. I feel that way about taking it in the ass. Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, now and then on a full moon, but not really my thing. Like it's like you're
Special occasions?
Yeah. Holidays, certain holidays. I would just be like, no, never, or all the time, like I would with heroin.
Although I was in a group of people this past Christmas, and somebody said, "Oh, by the way, this is so-and-so and so-and-so. Oh, and meet Crystal Hefner." And I went, "Oh, hey, by the way, big fan of your dad's work." And then it got real quiet, and somebody goes, "That was his wife, by the way."
Oh, wow.
Shit. Yeah. So,
by the way, bisexuals, aren't they? I think they should be kicked out of the LGBT because aren't they implying there's only 2 genders?
Ooh,
right. We all know there's 184. I bet they're so those bisexuals. They seem like they're bigoted and probably white supremacists.
How many actual bisexual males are there?
Zero.
I don't mean in numbers. Yeah, I used to say on Loveline a million years ago, bisexual's gay with a publicist. And bisexual is you basically saying bye to heterosexuality and hello to homo. But they do it incrementally. Like, Elton John's bisexual. Oh, slow down. Still likes the ladies half the time. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, he gets with the ladies. You know, it's like they do bisexual in a sort of like a slow, incremental way. So you used to have to do it like, Elton John's bi? Okay, all right. He's still half good with me. But then at some point, they always end up with a dude full time.
Yeah,
right?
It's the same as anal. You can't just go right in. You got to ease into it. Yeah.
Hefner's personal physician, Dr. Mark Saganor, was in a romantic relationship with Hefner for almost 40 years.
No.
Wow.
Hefner's daughter, Jennifer Saganor, well, I guess, claims that Hefner's daughter, is that her? No, that's Dr. Saganor's daughter, I'm guessing, right?
Yeah.
Dr. Saganor's offer, otherwise it'd be a weird coincidence that Hefner named her Jennifer Saganor, claims that her father and Saganor, oh boy, now I'm getting confused, had a spiritual connection. Hefner also acknowledged experimenting with bisexuality. Oh, Jennifer Hefner. Okay, so Jennifer Hefner.
So Hefner's daughter.
Hefner's daughter said, yeah, they were spiritually connected through jism.
Yeah.
You know, like Rudy, you and I have that same sort of jism connection. Yeah.
Spirits, that's a code word for cock, right?
Yeah, that's how they do it.
They're spiritually connected.
Hefner also acknowledged experimenting. By the way, experimenting is like when they go, the politician, the Republicans, I experimented a little with drugs like everyone, and you dealt meth in college. So experimented with bisexuality. Hey, he was down with the fellas.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that's where James Caan came in.
Yeah.
No. James Caan, Hef would leave the party with 5 hot chicks and go into the bedroom, and then Caan would come in and go, all right, we know homo.
Yeah.
You don't want none of this pussy. I'm here to mop up.
Yeah, take your smoking jacket and pound sand.
Yeah, or pound ass, but you know what's going on. Hey, ladies, it's time for a con job. He dropped his sweats. If he did not call a blowjob a con job, he was leaving money on the table.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So Hef was bi, gay, something.
Wow.
When you have that much money, and at that point, we've talked about this before with Richard Gere and the gerbil. When you have literally banged every hot woman on the planet, there's nothing left to go for.
Left.
So that's why Hef, I imagine, at some point was like, I don't know, man, maybe maybe Jimmy Caan does have a package down there.
Well, that's what I don't get. I don't get about these Diddy parties. It's like, isn't sex with hot women enough? Like, why do you have to add this oppressive kind of thing to it and have underage girl? Why can't you just...
Listen, I feel the same way. I don't even want a Mentos with my blowjob. Like, you're ruining it.
Yeah, Pop Rocks, get them out of here.
Nothing wrong with the way it was never broken.
Yeah, you're right.
No, it's basically what you're talking about with Diddy is essentially the difference between ordering drinks and bottle service. Because you go, just fucking order drinks. You can order as many drinks as you want. No, we need sparklers and we need everyone in the restaurant looking at us. And it's like, you don't need to pay $3,000 for a bottle of Grey Goose. You can just order $18 at a time, 6 of them from the bar. You'll save a lot of money. It's like, we do bottle service, bro. That's just the sparklers and everyone looking at you. It's not necessary, but when you're super rich, that's what you want.
I guess. I still don't get it. I still don't understand how super hot women having regular sex does not fulfill you. It's so exciting.
You haven't banged enough models for enough nights in a row. Eventually, we get tired of this shit.
Yeah, I've been with my wife for 24 years, so.
Yeah,
maybe that's it.
Let's just say I fed you a Raiderette every night for 17 consecutive nights.
Yeah.
At some point, you'd want to get Justin Bieber to come over. at some point.
Pat him down, make sure he doesn't
That's
have a
right.
wire.
Check his wire. That's the way it works.
Yeah.
But you've never been there, so you don't know.
No, I don't.
You know what I'm saying?
I've lived this sheltered life in Hollywood.
Yeah, you sound like my mom, who would, like, back in the day, would go, 2 cars? Who needs 2 cars? You can't drive them at the same time. Okay, man. You've just never been a one-car person. You see what I'm feeling?
Yeah.
It's not an indictment of you, Jimmy.
Okay, I appreciate it.
Yeah, it may have sounded like
A little bit.
but not really.
It's a money thing, though, isn't it? Like, once you have that much money and that much
It's about power.
Yeah.
It's about a weird power thing.
I don't know. Sometimes I think it's just a lot about just getting your dick sucked is really what it is. It's not a power thing. It's not a money thing. They always say that with, like, you know what it was? He was coming after her because he wanted to have power over her. I was like, I don't know. Maybe he just thought she was hot and, you know.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
He just wanted a con job. Look, he's gone, but Scott Conn is still alive.
Yeah.
And I think I can get through him. I can get to him. I'm going to change your life, Scott.
But you get him to start calling it con jobs?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so. Mm-hmm. But you saw the video of Diddy beating the hell out of that woman. And I mean, what's that about?
Hold on. I don't want to defend Diddy, but that was an edited video.
What do you mean?
Well, there was like 400 hours of surveillance footage, and they just took that one part out where he was beating the shit out of his girlfriend.
Yes, that's
Which
the bad
I
part.
would explain to everyone. But they're like, those are deep fakes with Biden standing looking comatose at the Jan whatever party. I'd go, yeah, it is edited. It's true, because the event is 3 hours.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's still him doing.
It's still him doing that thing.
I know, that was their argument. It's edited.
Really? That's the argument?
Well, that's...
He didn't beat her in that
No,
short
that's
time.
the
It was
Biden.
stretched.
That was the Biden argument.
Yeah.
Like when he was about to come undone, they were doing the cheap fake.
Oh, cheap fake.
Edited.
Yeah.
Edited.
Yeah.
Although Fauci did say he wasn't sure if she could, got COVID through the beating, though. He was very
Right.
Yeah,
He wouldn't
apologetic
commit.
about it, Yeah.
All right. So Hefner's son is coming in.
It looks a lot like his
It
dad's, but a
does.
younger
He's got
version.
he's got the chin.
Yeah.
Why did you just let it go? Playboy, it's a different thing. It's over now, I think.
Yeah.
Why would someone want to pay for softcore porn? Right, which is what Playboy is. They were like supposed to be classy, and then you had Hustler and Penthouse. They were the more raw things. They didn't airbrush. Mm-hmm. But the Playboy, it's just like its time is come and gone. Don't you think?
Yeah, we found magazines like Playboys at our buddy's dad's place out in the garage when we were 12, and then somebody found a club magazine out in the woods, and Playboy was like, "No more. We'll never look at another. Why look at a Playboy when we know this is out there?"
I mean, they have Victoria's Secret shows on television now. I mean,
Yeah.
what's there's just that's basically what Playboy was.
Yeah, just wait till Halloween.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
kidding, right? Yeah.
Yeah. There is something called, intellectual property. And the fact that every single one of us knows the term Playboy makes it valuable.
I guess.
And there's such a thing. Bugatti was defunct in the 80s or whatever, and then Bugatti's making supercars now. Not the same, but it's a name. Like, if there's, the name is worth something. I'm with you. I don't know what to do with it. But the name has value.
Well,
Everyone knows the name.
I can't believe they ever stopped having Playboy clubs, right?
Oh,
like that.
yeah.
That sounds like something that would be interesting to go to a Playboy club.
Yeah.
And they could, it would be classy titties, shit like that. And they still have titty shows in Vegas all the time. People love that stuff. It's not like people don't like it. So why? I mean, if you're going to do Playboy, if I was going to take over the empire, the intellectual property, I would go do Playboy clubs again, right?
Yeah,
and maybe
your
do a
own
Playboy casino, stuff like that.
They even had their own way of setting drinks down.
Oh,
Do you remember
really?
that?
No, I never went to one. It was no.
No, I never went to one either. But you can find it online. Did you know this, Rudy?
I didn't know this. No.
The cocktail waitresses at the Playboy Club, which had the greatest outfits ever, had a signature move for setting the drinks down.
Really?
Where they bent backwards instead of like putting the tray down in front of them. They did a weird back curtsy thing. They like patented a move. Had to be tough on the lumbar, but the young ladies could
right?
take it.
Bend at the knee type of thing?
I swear to God, I'm not making it up. It's out there somewhere. It's probably caught on tape. And there's news stories about it. They had their own curtsy, weird drink thing. You know, my feeling is I would get my own martini because I get a martini. I order that martini and it's up to the top.
Yeah.
And I see that bitch coming by and the bus boys walking by and I'm just staring at my drink like sweating. I'm like, do not spill. Do not spill. I just go to the bar and fetch it myself at the Playboy Club. The backhanded curtsy thing, the bunny dip.
Oh, is that what it was called?
Oh. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You get that with the pita chips and the con job.
Oh, is this what they're doing?
We will see the bunny dip.
Now when she places this one, you notice that she is doing what we call a bunny dip. There you notice that she is bending at the waist.
Is that Lenny Bruce?
That's incorrect. Another way that it could be incorrect is if she were to go down in a sitting position, rather than keeping her hips tucked under.
The club is really an extension of the concept that was developed in the magazine. And it's an attempt as much as possible to kind of bring to life the concept of relaxed urban living, good food and drink, pretty girls, good entertainment.
All right. So that's an explanation of what's wrong with the bunny dip. But there is an actual execution of the bunny dip. But there's something called the bunny dip. And that's how they set your drinks down. Seems needlessly elaborate.
Yes.
Or maybe we should bring it back. Like the next time we go to Mastro's, you're like, hey, bitch, what's wrong with the dip?
Pair it up with the con job?
Con job?
I'll tell you what.
Bunny dip?
When I used to drink martinis, I was at Houston's. You ever go eat at Houston's, right? So I'm sitting there, I'm halfway through with my martini. All of a sudden, the waitress comes by with a brand new ice cold glass, pours it in. And I'm like, are you shitting me?
You got to be shitting me.
I was like, I've never seen that. And that's why Houston's rocks. Their service is unbelievable.
Brand new frosty
martini glass.
Wow.
I was like, holy shit. It blew my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could tell it did yours too.
I listen, I love any of that stuff.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying they came by and grabbed it when it was half. I don't like when they're trying to grab food away. Like, you done with that? Like, it's all right. I'll let you know when I'm done. All right. Do we have a clip? No, sorry. That's a clip. All right, one more story.
All right, here we go. AI tongue can taste the difference between Coke and Pepsi, Penn State researchers have revealed. Scientists created an electronic tongue they say uses AI to differentiate between the sodas Coke and Pepsi, with the potential to detect the chemical makeup and the difference between liquids beyond human abilities.
Yeah, it's all on now.
Yeah.
Wow.
As I was reading this...
That'll come in handy, I guess.
Well, what they're saying is that... an AI tongue would be able to detect chemicals in certain things that are coming in from certain countries that they deem might be harmful to Americans.
Yeah, all the poison is in here in America.
Yeah, it's already
banned
here
all
anyway.
the poison.
Also, when they asked James Caan to return the favor, and he's like, "Fuck, bust my neck up on rollerball."
Yeah,
I can really, and that's where the AI tongue comes in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Get going, Mister.
The problem is, there was a picture of it. I don't know if you guys have it back there, but it doesn't look like, when they say AI tongue, I'm thinking of something that looks like a tongue, but it just looks like a circuit board.
They've been doing this to me with the flying car for a million years. Like, it's a flying car. That's a fucking VW Bug with a Cessna duct taped to the top of it. That's not a flying car.
Yeah.
Have you seen the water skiing squirrel? That's a squirrel standing on a piece of plywood that you've stapled down to the plywood and you're dragging it along behind a butt. That is not a water skiing. There's a lot of that.
So is that it?
Yeah.
There it is.
That doesn't look like anything.
No, but we're gonna have to do this like a magic ear is not in the shape of an ear. It's a hearing aid.
Right,
You know what I mean? Like, I think we're there now where we hear this and we think it's this, but it's not. Oh, they're also throwing around robot a lot, and we're picturing legs and arms and a forehead and stuff, and it's not that. It's a Roomba, you know?
Look, there's the quarter right next to it. You can see the size. So it's tiny.
Yeah. For scale.
They cropped out Adam's dick next to that quarter though for size.
Yeah, I came up with a line of smaller coins so I can meet ladies online.
Put dimes next to it.
Also, a ruler that's only 3/4 of an inch per inch. All right, we got our guest waiting out there, Jen Kober, stand-up comedian. Jimmy, I'm going to give you some plugs.
Okay.
And then I think you're heading out. Of course, the Jimmy Dore Show.
JimmyDore.com.
JimmyDore.com, live shows.
Yes.
Coming up. Two Roads Theater.
Yeah, I got to get you on one of those panel shows. I got Tucker Carlson's going to be on the one November 1st. I got Roseanne, Dr. Drew, November 8th.
I don't know any of those names, but I'll be happy to come by. I'll need a con job first, a little incentive, a little motivation, not gay, just by.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Do a little Hefner.
Little Hefner.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Little bunny dip.
Yeah.
I'll leave you a little tip with the bunny dip there.
Give you a little AI tongue.
A little AI tongue for some bunny dip. So we can go to jimmydore.com for the live shows and all things Jimmy Dore.
We'll see you I'll be in Cincinnati, Cleveland, Columbus, Lexington, coming up in November.
Great seeing you, my friend.
Great to see
Look
you, as
forward to
always.
doing your show soon.
Okay, hope so.